Hello everyone, and welcome to the last beer review on this trip from the Baltic countries and of Tallinn especially. Now, I bought 2 porters, done one, got 1 out of 10. In fact, it was so bad it was beaten by a beer that had false flavours of cherry and marzipan. Jesus, that shows you how bad that fucking porter was. And old Grammy pews in his wisdom, and I read the labels of these one. Didn't understand all of it, but old Grammy pews in his wisdom not only bought a porter I got 1 out of 10, but he thought it would be a good idea to buy another porter from the exactly same company. Right, how do you think this one's going to end, boys and girls? Eh? You think Graham's had an epiphany on this one? Or did he make the same bloody stupid mistake as he did the last time? Hold on. There we go, back again. Just paused the video because the wife and the youngest boy was coming back from their kind of exploits, because they decided to keep on going out, walking and everything else. So I think the wife's basically done almost 24,000 steps today. So yeah, she certainly put her work in anyway. But yeah, so they were out getting something to eat and just doing some wee bits and bobs and things like that. So anyway, so like I says, is I've bought another porter from the same company that made the super sweet porter that I gave 1 out of 10. And this porter is called, it's another 6.9, but it's called Tammine. So it is. Now, I've seen Tammine before, which is kind of like dark. I'm not sure if it means dark or bitter. I honestly really don't know. I need to check. But I've seen that in other beers, and but yeah. And again, this is Saku again, because it's most of the beers are Saku. I've even seen places where they're advertising kind of beers that I've reviewed already, or from the same manufacturer, beers I've reviewed from Lithuania, but when you ask for them, they say, I'm sorry, but we don't have them in stock. So they always seem to have this one because this is the kind of main brewer in Estonia. But it's 6.9%, 500ml, again, €1.99. So yeah, €1.99, so who knows? It's an unknown. But I've got my little baby glass, because this is the last one. And I've got my little freakily small bottle opener. So let's crack it open and see where it takes me. Oh God, seriously. Right, let's see. Is it going to be good or bad? Happy or sad? Right, so just to let you know, that was a cheer. It does nothing going back the way, but I'm going to release the pressure on the kind of seat area. But as you can see, it's very black, kind of slightly tanned head, smell wise. I'm getting slightly bitterness, maybe bittery kind of chocolate, but I'm getting kind of bitterness, not really getting so much. I mean, getting a hint of molasses, stroke black treacle, but not much. It's quite lesser in aroma than the last one, but I'm getting more of a slightly kind of, maybe a kind of chocolate bitterness in the aroma. Right, let's see what it tastes like. That's a bit better. That's not overly sweet. There's a wee bit of sweetness there, but it's not overly sweet. But it's not overly kind of chocolatey or over bitterness either, but it's more palatable because it's not sweet or sweet as the last one. There's a little bit of sweetness there, but it's not big on kind of other traditional porter flavours, which is kind of more bitter chocolate, sometimes kind of espresso kind of coffee edges, you know, flavours that are more associated with kind of bitter tones. It's just kind of slightly kind of, it's got nice roasted malt flavours and kind of grain flavours and a bit of sweetness, and yeah, there's a little kind of hints of kind of bitterness, but nowhere near the kind of normal levels you would expect. But yeah, at least it's not kind of sickening and overall, you know what I mean? I'm tasting it and I'm not saying, Christ, that's from 0 to 1. I'm tasting it thinking, it's okay, it's quite a light porter. It's not a kind of, I mean, even at 6.9%, there's a bit of alcohol there, but it's not overly rich. I'm not going to say it's sessionable, but it's a lot lighter than what you'd probably think at 6.9%. So yeah, that's the kind of thing that kind of hanging out me a wee bit, as I said. Yeah, the flavours are okay. They're not, I mean, for this type of beer, it should be a lot richer. It should have more kind of intensity of flavour and everything else. It should have more flavour to it and all this. It's just kind of lacking. I mean, I'll quickly break it down. Roasted malt, molasses kind of edge, bit of sweetness, bit of grain, moves on to the mid-tongue. You're not really getting any kind of overly chocolate, maybe little hints, little accents of it, kind of slightly chocolate, kind of bitterness. You're not getting any kind of espresso or coffee edges, and there's nothing lingering at the back of the mouth. It just kind of moves on along the kind of mid-tongue and dissipates, and that's it. So overall, yeah, it's alright, but nothing special. And just feels a bit weak in the mouthfeel, and also in the kind of intensity of flavours. And just even then, just the flavour profiles aren't really enough. So it's definitely on the lighter end at 6.9%, which makes me think at 6.9%, where did the 6.9% come from? If it doesn't have the intensity of flavours and the richness and everything else, it's light in body as well, and it's kind of started to question me, has this been boosted to make it kind of feel that it's actually richer and more of a beer than it really is? Because I don't really think this has been fermented to 6.9% and lovely matured and everything. It just doesn't have that. It feels kind of quite raw and light and everything else, and it just doesn't quite add up from what the bottle says and what it tastes of. So what would I give this out of 10? It's better than the last one, but it's not brilliant. It's not that great. It's alright. I'm looking between 3 and 4. That's what I'm kind of looking at, and I'm thinking, should I give it a wee bit of kind of a break and give it a 4? I'm going to give it a 4. I'm going to give it a bit of a break and say I'll give it a 4 and give it the benefit of the doubt. But in my mind, it could easily be a 3. And on a normal day back home, I probably would give it a 3. But I'm on holiday and I'm in kind of a slightly happy mood, even though I've had some dodgy beers. And yeah, I'll give it a 4. But would I recommend it? Probably not. I wouldn't buy it again. If people want to try it, fine, give it a go. But to be totally honest, you could probably find a lot better if you spent a bit more time. So anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers. And bye for now.